Justin from Creator Wizard, trying something a little new today. I didn't do an intro. I'm just diving straight into it. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. I'm sure you're getting inundated by emails from brands right now asking you to spend money with them on their Black Friday deals. So I am experiencing something very similar, but I wanted to jump on live today to talk about my new course, Gifted to Paid. I'm super, super excited about it. So many people have been asking me for this course. This has been my next course that I've been planning for a very long time. And again, I come on live stream every single week, and I didn't want to miss it, even though today, this week was a holiday. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday if you celebrate. But I wanted to answer some questions about my newest course. So essentially, what Gifted to Paid is all about is helping you convert your free product offers, when brands are reaching out and saying like, hey, we'll just like send you our product for free, and then you make a post about it, right? Like, how many times have you experienced something like that? And so helping you convert those into actually getting paid, because I know that that is something that would be very nice. You get the product, but you also get compensation, right? Because I don't know about you, but my bank or, probably your landlord isn't very understanding of accepting, gift cards or exposure as payment for rent, right? So if you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. What's up, Akela? Thanks for tuning in. Justin, any chance you can stream this over to my group too? Probably too late. I'm assuming that's David. I don't know. Sorry, David. Yeah, I was not planning on doing this stream, but I thought, hey, it's Friday at 10 a.m. I'm going to do my stream. I know people are all over the place with Black Friday and stuff like that. Hey, Akela, thanks for tuning in. Oh, and let me pull up my IG chat. Okay, so the thing about this that I want. Hey, let's see Ria, Bianca, thanks for tuning in on IG. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is that this is there is a if you go to the Gifted to Paid site, there's a little widget. Actually, let me just show it to you. There's a little widget in the lower corner from D. Let me pull up D here. So D is like one of my absolute star students. So you can see it here in the lower right-hand corner here. So it says Ask an Alumni. And one of the comments that D made about this particular subject, about converting your gifted partnerships into paid partnerships, was the single biggest inflection point for her creator career. And the reason was that it finally was a mindset shift for her to realize how much value that she actually brings to brand partners that she works with, and how much she was not really understanding her worth as a creator. And once you make this inflection point, sky's the limit, essentially, right? Because you all of a sudden now have the confidence to understand what you're bringing to the table, and it's limitless. You're only limited by your creativity in terms of what you're actually going to be pitching to a brand when you partner with them. So one of the best stories I love about D is that she actually converted a free product offer into a full-time job, which is like, that is like the height of like, like, it's just amazing to me that, she was able to do that. And so if you have any questions about it, I'm going to talk in a lot more detail about what I'm going to be doing in the course. So essentially what the course is going to be, originally what I was planning on doing was releasing this as an on-demand course. So you could essentially binge it, whenever you wanted to. You log in, there's modules and videos and all worksheets and all that stuff. But one of the biggest things that I love about doing my Brand Deal Wizard course live on Zoom every single week is I love that I get feedback week over week from my students, because I have a survey at the end of each week. And so each cohort, I've done the course 4 times now. So I'm going to be coming up on my 5th time in January, February timeframe. And it's gotten so much better over and over. I'm adding new, templates, and adding new, additional things to the instruction each week and things like that. So it really has truly made the course night and day better than when I initially launched it in January. And so I was talking with another course creator, and they're like, why don't you just do a beta version of this workshop or like a course before you record all that stuff? Because the same thing is probably going to happen. You think that you know what people want to hear or learn about this particular subject, but you probably don't. There's probably lots of other things that they want to know. And in fact, that's exactly what happened. And so basically what I have decided to do was do a workshop. So I'm basically doing a beta of this course as a workshop. It's going to be over a 2-day period on December 14th and December 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to be doing it live on Zoom. So this is the only time I'm ever going to be doing it live. So I'm going to be collecting a bunch of feedback about like what everyone loved about the workshop or what they did not love so much, and using that to incorporate it to when I actually film all the videos and do all that stuff. So because again, it's going to be on demand at that time. So it's probably going to be released later, probably March, I don't know, something February, March, April timeframe, something like that. So this is like your only chance. If you really, really want this, I really wanted to get this information into your hand ASAP, especially because, a lot of folks, as they're hitting the ground running, like in 2022, they have a lot of very ambitious goals as a creator, and they want to start converting those those free partnership offers into paid deals. And so I wanted to get this information in your hands ASAP. And so I'm doing something really fun, which is I have a Black Friday deal, y'all. So let me describe to you how this actually works. And quite a few of the spots are already gone because I sent out information to the wait list already. Let's see. Oh, favorite finds. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Bianca. Yeah, I'm live. Wow, great quality. Thank you. Okay, so this is what the Black Friday promo is going to be all about. Okay, so right now, the first 20 spots are going to be $300. The investment's going to be $300, which is essentially 40% off what the retail is going to be when I eventually release it. And so that is the current investment, and I think the first 7 or 8 spots have already gone. That quick. I sent out an email this morning and they're already gone. So you still have, I guess, 12 or 13 spots at this lowest investment. So if you really want to grab this right now, go to giftedtopaid.com. Let me just pull up the overlay here. Giftedtopaid.com. That's where you can go to take advantage of this. Again, this enrollment it ends on Monday night. So this is very quick. Again, this is like something I'm trying out. I love doing these types of things because I'm learning. Maybe you guys are learning. Maybe if you ever want to do a course someday on your content vertical or your niche, you're maybe going to learn something. And so we're learning together. What's up, David? You Tech Pia, thanks for tuning in. Black Friday deal. Let's go. D and fam, what's up, D? Yeah, if you have any questions about this, about what I'm going to be covering, D has been helping me so much with my creator business, with all the stuff I'm doing at Creator Wizard lately. So she is very intimately familiar with the types of things I'm going to be covering and things like that. So if you have any questions for D, you can go head over to the giftedtopaid.com website and actually ask her questions, and she'll send you video responses. So that's really fun. Hey, Max, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, Slav Guns. Marcus, what's going on? For exposure. Like we always joke about that. How many times have you gotten a message from a brand be like, oh, we're going to feature you on our email list, or we're going to feature you on our website or our social channels. No, we're not going to pay you, but imagine all the exposure you're going to get. We'll even tag you on the post. It's like, come on now, right? And so one of the things that I did, I'm really excited about I'm getting a little bit more fancy with my emails and my automations and stuff like that. So I use a software called Convertkit to be able to help me send out all the emails and things like that. And one of the things, for example, that I have is once someone enrolls in the course, the confirmation email that they get sent has, for example, actually, this is fun. Let me show you this. Let me pull this up because I think this is fun. I wasn't planning on doing this, but let me just show you it because it's kind of fun, right? Okay, so this is a email. Wade is one of the first people who joined. And this email basically says, hey, Wade, welcome. I'm so excited and appreciative that you signed up for my Gifted to Paid beta workshop. Stoked to help you start turning your free product offers into paid brand partnerships. Want to share the good news. So I have this cool thing here where it's a click to tweet. So all you do is you click it, and I have like a pre-filled out thing that it says, or it already says, just signed up for Justin Moore T-Fam's Gifted to Paid course. Can't wait to turn all these free product offers from brands into paid partnerships. Join me. And then I have the website. So it's just already done for someone. They click it and then they can click tweet. So that's one cool thing that I have. And then I have a quick little video about, saying welcome to people. And then here's the thing I wanted to mention. Hit reply to this email and tell me what was the deciding factor that made you sign up, number one. And then number two was, what was your biggest questions you're hoping I cover in the workshop? Okay. And so this alone, I've started to get super amazing, interesting questions from people about what they were hoping that I cover in the workshop. And so this is going to start helping me, make sure that the stuff I talk about in the workshop is super valuable for people. So, for example, I've gotten I made a list of all the things people have been asking. How can I get companies to understand that I don't work for free? Okay. Number one, how can I adequately convey the value that they receive with their investment? Right? How can I put together a package that entices them? Okay. Other questions: being undercut when I am clearly outlining what I do, being ghosted once I tell them my prices. Should I even start taking the free collaborations to get them to convert? This creator has said that I've been turning down the free ones because I noticed that they are the most demanding of services for free. That's a really interesting point, which is that, when you do things for free, oftentimes, the brands, they expect the world because it's like you have not illustrated your value to them. And so they're going to just like start asking all the things. You've already agreed to doing things for free. We've talked about this before, that when you give things for free or when you offer that, people inherently don't value that. But when they do pay you, they're going to start valuing that because they want to make sure that they're getting something for that investment, right? Other questions that people have asked: I need an arsenal of reasons why I don't price at that point, right? Or how to verbalize this in emails or videos. Or should I even have this available? What are the top red flags that one can miss in a negotiation? How can I handle the brands that like to do add-ons in the middle of a collaboration, but not expect to pay for those services? How many times does that happen? A brand is like, you've like agreed to all the deliverables and they, want to just like tack something on and just expect you to do it for free. How do you have that conversation with the brand and say, actually, that's going to be an additional investment? Right. Hey, what's going on, Karen? Grateful and Great join. Untitled, thanks for tuning in. And Blessed. And who else in IG chat? Urban Life. Miss Joby, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Ashley, what's going on? Happy Friday. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. So if you're just tuning in right now, what we're talking about is how to convert free product offers or gifted offers, collaborations from brands into paid partnerships. This is the subject of my next course, and I'm doing a 2-day workshop in mid-December all about it. I'm super excited. Enrollment just opened just today, like 2 hours ago. And so if you're interested, go to giftedtopaid.com and you can learn more. But what I'm talking about now is like all of the questions that people have been sending me saying that I really hope you cover this in your course, in your workshop, because this is my biggest challenge. A couple other things. How do you handle a brand that continues to undercut you? Do you move on, or do you just lower the items for them? How do you structure your conversations with brands that are not organized? Okay. How many times have you seen that? Brands are all over the map, right? How do you lock down long-term deals? Really good question here. What steps do you conduct for a long-term proposal? How do you follow up? How do you deal with the brand that can't collaborate at this time? How many times have you heard that one? Right? Bro, thanks so much for reaching out. We don't have any budget right now, but, would love to keep in touch, for the holidays, or love to keep in touch when our budget opens up or next year. Like, what do you do in that situation? Do you just like put a reminder and like reach back out to them like in January or when they said? No, actually. That's something I'm going to talk about in the workshop. There's a lot of things that you can be doing in the interim. See, one of the things that I think is very challenging for creators is that they feel as though they have to adhere to kind of the cadence that whatever the brand tells them. So if they say, hey, we don't have any budget until January, let's like reach back out then. Just because they say that doesn't mean that you have to adhere to that. You can absolutely send them messages in a way that's very graceful and you're providing them value and you're not being annoying. It's an art. It's an art and a science, right? And it's something I go into in a lot of detail in my Brand Deal Wizard course, but I am going to be touching on that in my Gifted to Paid course. I will say that the Gifted to Paid course is going to be the most useful, especially for folks who have confidence issues, because that's one of the number one things that I've heard from creators that has prevented them from trying to convert some of these deals into actually getting paid is they just don't know what to say. They clam up whether it's on a phone call or whether it's over email, they just like never respond to the brand because they don't know what to say, right? So it's this confidence aspect. How do you get to a place where you feel like I am valuable. What I am bringing to the table is valuable, because that is truly the unlock. Like D has mentioned to me, is that is the point in which the sky is the limit for you as a creator, and you can do so much with your career, and your income potential is essentially unlimited at that point. And Marcus says, I'm going to send exactly that kind of email next week. So you mean like the email like illustrating your value, Marcus? Explain that a little bit more. I'm clever. And by the way, if you have any questions about brand deals, negotiations, that's always fair game on conversations like this. But if you have any questions about my gifted to paid course, what's going to be covered, like the types of things that I'm going to be talking about in my workshop. D and Fam says, the confidence comes with the knowledge. I love that. That's very articulate, bite-sized gem right there, D. I appreciate that so much, and I recommend investing in knowledge. Exactly. Yeah, we talk about that quite a bit, about how a lot of creators, especially when they're starting out, they think that they need to have the fanciest equipment, the fanciest, fastest laptop. Who went out there and like splurged on a new MacBook M1? I really want one, but I haven't done it yet. But a lot of people think, oh, once I get that, I can like edit really quickly, or once I get my new camera and my new phone, or like whatever, that's when I'm going to be doing it, right? Hey, Melody, what's going on? Melody just signed up this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm super excited to have you in the workshop. Okay, yeah. So, a lot of folks think that that's the pathway to success. And really, truly, I believe that investing in your knowledge is really the way to do it. Because, for example, I have invested with quite a few YouTube consultants over the last, like, let's say 6 months. And the advice that, these are like hour consultations. Like one person is Patty Galloway, for example, is like a great example. I had a 1-hour call with Daniel Batal. I recently interviewed him on the live stream. But like the types of knowledge and information that you can gather and gain from people whose like job it is to like help you improve something, it's like you cannot quantify how valuable that is. Because, for example, one of the things that I did, like a very simple tweak to the way in which I construct YouTube videos, is at the very end of most of my YouTube videos, what I used to do was say, oh, make sure to subscribe and join my email list. And like, do you have any questions? Leave it in the comments. Like, the standard thing that most people do when you're doing an outro for a video. But based on some of the advice that I got from some of these YouTube consultants, I stopped doing all of that. And basically, one of the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube is try to get people in these watch time loops where they just keep watching a bunch of your videos, because that's a signal to YouTube that you have a very high value channel. Is that if they continue to like watch multiple videos of yours in one watch session. So a lot of the advice is to ensure that whoever, if you look at your audience retention graph, that they're crashing into the end of it, as many people as possible, so that basically they get to the outro when you can have an end card. And what you do at the very end is not tell them to do anything else than watch this next video. And that's what I did. If you go and look at my last video, I do this video, and then at the very end, I say, okay, now it's time to go watch this video. Because what I mentioned in this current video that I talk about the 3 types of campaign goals that brands are looking for. But in this video, I go into a lot more detail about that. And that's all I said. And can you imagine? Let me actually show you. This is interesting. I know this is like a tangent, but it's like, this is the power of investing in your knowledge as a creator. Let me pull up the last video. I can actually show you the analytics on it, because it's super fascinating to me. Hey, Nadia, thanks for tuning in. Good morning to you as well. Okay, so let me click on the analytics. Is this interesting to anyone? I don't know. This is like very fascinating to me. But let me go. Hold on. I'm pulling this up here. Okay, yes, here we go. I'm sharing this right now, okay. So this is my last video called what was it called? Secret words to make brands pay you more. Okay. 14% of people, 14.5% of people click that end screen. Look at my channel average, 1.5%. Is that amazing? Okay. And look what happens when you start, like, I believe that one of the reasons that this video started to get a lot more views than I normally get. This video has like, I think 600 views or something like that. Look at the bump. Look at the bump here. Okay. 625 views. This is more than average for me. But YouTube right here started recommending my video. It's a big change. And I don't normally get 16 subscribers per video. Okay. So, like, again, this is like how powerful it is to invest in your knowledge as a creator, because this piece of advice single-handedly could be a game changer for my creator career. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to illustrate to you, is that, what my course is it's knowledge. Okay. Oh my gosh, Susie said, I just signed up for the course. Boom. Susie, thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you in the course. Thank you so much. I'm excited to have you. Let me know, what we're doing right now on the channel is like, tell me in the chat, like, what are the top things that you're hoping that I accomplish, or, that I cover in the course? Because I really want to make sure that this is extremely valuable for you, as well as all the other creators who are participating. Yeah, Max says, yep, drive them to the next video. Exactly. So for, interestingly, like, that's probably common knowledge to a lot of people, like a lot of creators or YouTubers or something. Heck, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. That's not something I really ever thought about or knew. Right. So it's like, I really honestly think that, like, this is the pathway. If you want to improve as a creator, and if you want to convert those free, how many emails do you get as a creator that are offering you like an exchange or free products or something? Can you imagine if you were able to convert even 25% of those into paid partnerships? I think I can help you get higher than that, but like, that could be a game changer for you. Because one of the things that I talk about, so I have a whole email sequence that's going to be, coming out to folks over the next like couple days. And the subject of my next email is that when you are getting emails from brands offering free products, you are halfway there. Sorry to get so passionate here, but like, you already have brands in your inbox. So you already have brands reaching out to you who are telling you that they're interested in partnering with you. That is half the battle. Because a lot of times when you're first starting out and you're not getting any inquiries like that, you have to go out there and find them. And that's okay. You can definitely do that. But if you are a creator who is sitting here, you've been doing this for a little while and you're already getting some inbound inquiries for free products, that is half the battle. So it's like, how do you bridge the gap from there to getting paid? And that's the subject of the course. So again, if you're just tuning in now, I'm talking about my newest course, giftedtopaid.com, to help you convert your free product opportunities into paid partnerships. So super excited to, and again, if you want to like find out more information, go to giftedtopaid.com. And like what I did mention is that it's going up. So for every 20 creators that sign up, the investment goes up $50. Okay. So right now the investment is $300. This is the cheapest it's ever going to be in the lifespan, because when it eventually comes out, it's going to be $500. Okay. The investment. So this is my crazy Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. So if you want to get it, I actually should go look to make sure that it's still 300, because for the first 20 creators, it's that. Let me actually go and make sure, because I don't know, there may have been some orders while I've been on live stream. I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. There's been Ria and Susie signed up. Okay, so we've got 2 more. All right, there's multiple orders in here that I'm seeing in my email. It's like the best feeling. Like, seriously, I just like pulled up my email, see orders coming in. Love to see it. So yeah, Susie, thank you so much for signing up. Casey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Coach Belize, Rich Smith, Moccasin Mama. Thanks for tuning into the IG chat. Okay, so one of the other things that I wanted to talk about, just about like this whole idea about confidence, right? Because when April and I were first starting out as creators, I don't think we ever really truly understood. Like, there is a huge difference between making a consistent income every single, 2 weeks or month or whatever in your 9-to-5 job. There's a big difference between that and having an unlimited income potential as a creator. That has been one of the like biggest inflection points for us personally as creators, because if we work harder, we make more money. Like, in what career path, in what job, maybe if you're in sales or something, right? But in what other job that's accessible to like a large percentage of people is that possible? And that truly is the case when it comes to being a creator, because like, the subject that we're on now about converting free product or gifted opportunities into paid partnerships, if you really hustle and take a lot of these opportunities that are already kind of on your plate, and you really sit down and think and strategize and figure out, how can I turn this into actually getting paid money, your income can go way up very quickly. Honestly, right? So I just think that I don't know about you, but I think that that's like such a powerful philosophy where it's like you are in control of your own destiny. By the same token, yes, clearly, there's more risk that goes into that, right? Because you don't have the consistency of a full-time income, or maybe you still have your full-time job and you're hustling, you're doing side hustle as a creator, right? So wouldn't it be nice? And you don't have any interest in like quitting your full-time job? That's okay too. You don't have to be a full-time creator. Not everyone wants that. But wouldn't it be nice to have this supplemental income that you're making from being a creator while you're still having your full-time job? Those of you, I don't know if you know Ali Abdal. He is an amazing YouTuber. He has a course called the Part-Time YouTuber Academy. And he recently was posting on Twitter that he's thinking about leaving medicine. He's a doctor, right? But look he's built this amazing career as a creator to the point where now he's, deciding that he's maybe going to leave medicine and do this. He talks a lot about productivity and things like that on his channels. But amazing, right? So I don't know. Little anecdotes and little stories like that are always very fascinating to me because, when we started doing YouTube, I was in medical devices. I was not planning on like quitting my medical devices job and being a creator full time. When I quit my job 7 years ago to be a full time creator, 6 weeks after my first son was born, people thought I was absolutely nuts. Truly, truly nuts. Because back then, being a full-time YouTuber, being a full-time creator was not as much a thing. It's definitely much more of a thing now. One piece of feedback that I got from an alumni of my Brandel Wizard course actually, like really, really touched my heart was her name was Jennifer. She's like a big like Amazon Live creator, Amazon creator in general, and creator on other platforms as well. But she made a comment that her family and friends finally are taking her seriously. How powerful is that? Like that gave me goosebumps when she told me that. I was like, wow. Like I remember being at that phase where it's like people were just like, well, when are you gonna get a job, like a real job? Like why are you continuing to try to like do this like creator thing, right? But it's like to hear that feedback from someone that like my education, my courses, and and things like that helped her family take her more seriously once the income started to come in. Whew, man, goosebumps. That was like so powerful. So if that's something that you want to, because a lot of I have found where that confidence comes from, and like okay, I do want to say one thing though. It's kind of hard to articulate this. It's kind of a sensitive subject for some people because honestly, like judgment and the opinions of family and friends, about what we're doing in our life, not just for like being a creator, but anything. That's like a very taxing thing on all of us psychologically, right? And the one caveat I want to give is that sometimes you will never be able to convince the people in your life that you truly want to convince that what you're doing is legitimate, and you have no control over that. You only have control over yourself. But the big caveat to that is that when you truly start to believe and owning your own destiny and really starting to visualize that I can have a career as a creator, I can make money as a creator, when you start to believe that truly yourself, then that is when others around you start to believe it as well. Because, when you don't believe it, when you lack the confidence, you probably know this, like that rubs off on people. People can kind of sense that lack of certainty or that uncertainty or, that, like if you don't even believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Right. So if there's one thing that, I think that you'll take away from this workshop is that confidence aspect of like, like you emerge from the other side of this workshop and like, I can do this. That is like my goal. That's the transformation goal that I'm like hoping to help people experience with this workshop. So if you have any questions about brand deal negotiations, please let me know. Happy to talk about those today. Again, what we're talking about is my 2-day workshop, Gifted to Pay, to help you convert your free product opportunities into paid partnerships. Doors close on Monday. So if you are interested in taking part of this workshop, I'm never doing this live again. Definitely go to giftedtopaid.com to learn more. And so let me take a swig. Every time I go like look back at my email, there's like a new sign up. So that's very, very exciting to me. Let me pull up my Facebook group because I see some people chatting in the Facebook group, but I can't see who they are. More Than Sticker Shop. Thanks for tuning in on the IG chat. So yeah, let me know in the chat while I am looking for this, pulling up my chat. Let me know what you had for Thanksgiving yesterday. What did you do for Thanksgiving? Because this the last like couple days, this last like 2 weeks for us has been absolutely like insane. We are. Oh, it's gonna make me like log in. Oh no, I gotta like. Never mind. I'm not gonna go to my chat. I've got to like get my 6-digit code and everything for my Authenticator app to be able to log in. But yeah, we had great Thanksgiving food yesterday. All the trimmings, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, all that stuff. But then now we're hitting the ground running. I'm doing this live stream right now, and then at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, April and I are going live on Amazon because clearly it's Black Friday, and we're going to be covering tons and tons of deals. You know, I've talked about before on the live stream that my wife and I have like gone really, really deep into live commerce, and so we're going to be doing 3 streams over the next 4 days. So we're doing one today at 12 p.m. Pacific. We're doing one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, and we're doing one on Monday as well. So it's just like, whoo, man, crazy. But the amount of money and the amount of income and like revenue that we're able to drive over just these 4 days is like, it's insane. It's really insane. So it's worth it. So we'll be able to rest in December. But at the same time, there's like so many sponsorships we're doing on other platforms too. So it's just like, yes, it's a good problem to have, is what I'll say. It's a good problem to have. And yeah, David said yes, yay, Amazon Live, let's go. Oh my gosh, Kamunto Bear said, I was watching April and Justin 7 years ago. It's actually through April, your wife, that I knew YouTube pays. Interesting. I was just a viewer and I fell in love with YouTube. And when Justin quit his job to help April with YouTube, that's when I know this YouTube thing is a thing. And I started vlogging, and I'm so thankful I did. That's amazing. That is so, so cool. I'm so stoked to hear that. And thank you so much for your longtime support. And Akila says, I hosted at my house for the first time. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I know how you feel. Oh my gosh. Yes. Hosting is crazy. I'm so thankful for my dad and my stepmom, Susan, for hosting, because they always do such an amazing job. And yes, it is very, very exhausting. It's very exhausting to host Thanksgiving. So props to you. Let's see here. So Casey says, hey, Justin, I'm very new and very green to YouTube. Would this course be beneficial for someone like me who is still has very few subscribers? Casey, this course is exactly for you. This is who I designed this course for. Okay. Because my other course, Brand Deal Wizard, one of the biggest challenges that I had is that it very much is an intermediate course. It's for people who have, been established on social media. They've done some brand partnerships before, paid brand partnerships, but they wanted to take their income to the next level. And so I had a huge amount of people say to me, like, they're at your place, Casey, which is that I, don't have a ton of followers, don't have subscribers, but I really want to take kind of like my creator income, my creator strategy to the next level. And so this course is for you. It doesn't matter how many followers you have on social media, or if you even have a social media presence yet, but it's something that you really want to do. This course is for you because it's going to help you, again, like I said, get that mindset shift that you need to have to find the confidence, to find that enthusiasm, to find the ability to like start thinking about yourself as a true creator. And when you do that, when you start realizing all of the things that you bring to the table as a creator, it makes a lot more sense for why you should charge brands to partner with you, right? And so this course is exactly what you just described. That is exactly why I made this course. It's for creators like you who are very new to this and really want to take your, like learn and take it to the next level. So again, Casey, would love to have you. Just go to giftedtopaid.com and you can learn more information. Hannity, what's up, Hannity? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hannity is a great example of someone. I'm just going to like compliment you. Hannity's daughter, Maya, her social media career is absolutely blowing up right now. And she is someone who is investing in things like her knowledge, right? She is investing in tools. She just started her newsletter for Maya. They're doing all these things to like grow, right? Because if you rest on your laurels as a creator, and you're not having your eye on kind of the horizon and where things are moving, then it's going to be very challenging for you to have a sustained career as a creator. So, being on, live streams like this, you are amongst the elite creators out there who see that there's a lot of value in learning. You are spending your Black Friday with me. I can't tell you how much that I appreciate that, because there's lots of other things that you could be doing right now. You could be shopping for Black Friday deals. I mentioned in my email today about the course when it first went out, I was like, I imagine that you're getting inundated by a lot of brands asking you to spend money on them this Black Friday. And I say, I guarantee this is the only email that you're going to get that's going to help you make money from brands. So I'm being a little facetious, obviously, because you have to invest in my course too. But, the knowledge that you're going to gain is going to be priceless. So I just wanted to have a little fun there. And yes, one thing that Dee said, and I love this. I actually got this idea, and I don't know if you got this as well, Dee, is that when I interviewed Daniel Batal, that YouTube consultant that I was mentioning earlier, he mentioned this thing about how creators have control. And I love this concept. It really resonated with me, and I'm probably resonated with you too, Dee, which is that you are in the driver's seat as a creator. You don't have to be beholden to anyone. It's your platform, right? So when brands come in here and you feel like they're bullying you, or they're making you do things that you don't want, or they're making you do things that you don't think will resonate with your audience, right? You have to stop and realize, like, wait, like, why am I letting this brand bully me around or push me around? Like, this is my platform. I can say no, even if you have gone down the path of a negotiation or a conversation with the brand. If you haven't signed the contract, you haven't committed or said that, yes, we're going to do this. You can back out of it. You don't have to you don't have to feel as though you're being forced into something. And so that was one major takeaway that I took from my interview with Daniel. And if you haven't watched it, I would really recommend you do it. There was so much useful stuff in there. But I don't know. I really loved that. And it was even a mindset shift for me. That, like I said, I have been doing this for 10 years, okay, as a creator. April, more than that. April started her first channel in 2009, okay? So it's been a really, really long time. Hey, Sabrina, thanks for tuning in. Christy, all that she dreamed. The Blended Beauty. Thank you so much for everyone that's tuning in. And Casey says awesome. So if you're interested in, if you're just tuning in now, what we're talking about is my newest course, Gifted to Paid. Enrollment ends on Monday, helping you turn those free product opportunities into paid partnerships. And so one thing I wanted to mention is just about, our journey on social media. We've been doing this for, like I said, over, 2009. What is it now? 12 years. Did I do that math right? Yeah, 12 years. Is that you never stop being a student of your career. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a creator. Like, you should never stop being a student. So case in point, I just spent $10,000 on a group coaching program for course creators in a one-time payment. I had to drop down $10,000, 10 stacks. That was like a major swallow for me. That is the most amount of money I've ever spent on anything in my life. Okay, aside from the house or the car or whatever, but it's like $10,000 is a lot of money, right? It's for a year-long group coaching program, but the way I looked at things is that if this can help, my main course is the investment is $1,000. So for example, if I think that this group coaching program is going to help me, get an incremental increase in at least 10 creators over the course of 12 months, then it's going to be a worthwhile investment for me. That's going to be an ROI, not to mention the knowledge that I'm going to be gaining. Right. So it's like, you need to have these, like, you have to invest in yourself if you want to get better. Right. And not because, like, the other thing that I have found, other feedback that I've gotten, I'm not getting really hot in this, like, vest. So I think I'm going to take it off. Whew, I'm getting hot with these lights. What do you think of my new vest? April got it for me for the holidays. It's like this nice little, like, polo vest. The hilarious part is that she got me these two, like, vests, and she was wrapping them. And I was like, you mean I have to wait until Christmas to wear that? I really love that. And she's like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, how about you just wrap one of them and I can wear the other one? So April and I, like, I'm not big on, like, gifts. Like, I love seeing the joy, like, from April and the kids opening stuff, but I just truly don't care about presents. Like, I ask April, can you give me a massage? That's all I really want for Christmas. But she's like, no, I have to have something for you to unwrap. So this is what she got me. I do like Ralph Lauren. That's like thing. So I'm gonna take this off right now because I'm getting hot. All the dreams, all that she dreamed said, you share such valuable information, Justin. I can't wait to get to the course. Yes, amazing. Would love to see you in there. Just go to giftedtopaid.com. So what I was what was I talking about? I was talking about, just like investing in yourself, is that I think the knowledge that how are you? Oh, I remember. Okay, I'm going off on all these tangents, so I finally remember the thread that I was pulling, which is that a lot of creators get very mad and frustrated. they feel as though they're being disrespected when the brands are reaching out, offering like, you really want me to do all this work for like just this little amount? And yes, I get that it's frustrating, but one of the mindset shifts, the thing that I'm going to talk about in my course, is that cannot be the attitude that you go into these things with. Because if that's the attitude that you're bringing to this, it's not going to go well. Okay. You need to go into this with an open mind and understand that, like, okay, like if you were a brand, let's say you were running a small business. Okay. Like you would probably want to like just do a PR strategy where you send out a bunch of stuff to 100 creators and see who bites and see who's going to talk about you for free, right? That would be the best investment ever, because the only investment out of your pocket is the product cost, right? Okay. So, but when you come into it as a creator and like understanding, like, okay, I get it. Like, I get where businesses are trying to come from. But one of the things that's most important about, being able to convert these things is understanding that when a brand, the reason that a brand is going to pay you, okay, is because most of the time they're going to be doing some sort of marketing campaign, and there's going to be messages associated with that campaign that are very specific, whether it's seasonal or whether there's some sort of promotion. Hey, heck, it's Black Friday. Let's talk about this. April and I have just gotten, done doing some, partnerships with brands, and wouldn't you know it, there's coupon codes, there's promos, there's things that they want consumers to take action on in a very specific time window. So if you're just talking about the brand organically on social media, do you think that you're going to be talking about those talking points? No. Like, and so because this is the one thing that I think a lot of creators like don't understand is like, oh, well, like if I talk about the brand organically on my social platforms, like why would they pay me? Like, I'm just not going to talk about any brands because like they're not going to want to pay me, and I'm not going to tag them, like all this stuff. No, that is how you get on the radar of brands, by tagging them on social media, so that because when when the ball comes around, I'm trying to search for my analogy here. When the ball comes around and they're ready to invest in some sort of holiday campaign for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, they're going to be like, they have a short list and they're like, let's go work with these 10 or 15 creators that have been tagging us on social media for the last 3 months. They already understand our brand. They already have authentic affinity for our product or our services. Let's go hire them to go talk about this Black Friday promotion. Right. And yes, there's going to be a brief. There's going to be talking points. Boom, 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 boom. Especially if they're going to be repurposing that content for paid advertising. Right. So there's all of this like value that you provide as a creator. And that's why they're going to pay you. And it's important to understand how to have these conversations and how to understand the value that you're bringing to the table with the brand, and also educate them. That's the other thing, too, is that if you want to like start forging some of these partnerships, there is going to be some education required, because sometimes the brands may try and gaslight you and say, oh, that's news to me. Like all these other creators do it for free. And you can say, okay, with your eye twitching when they say that, right? You can say very politely, okay, thank you so much. That's, I appreciate that. And that's great that you've been able to get some partnerships from these other creators. A partnership with me is actually quite different. Here is all the things and all the value that I'm going to provide you. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, the investment is going to be XYZ, but that's secondary. That's the secondary part of the conversation. Once you illustrate to them, hey, I'm going to give you an asset. I'll do a long form, for example, I'll do a long form YouTube video for you. Okay. I will cut that, let's say it's a 10-minute video. I will cut that YouTube video down into a 1-minute spot that I can repurpose, as well as you can repurpose on Instagram. I will cut a 15-second version for IG stories for you that you can run for paid advertising. I'll give you paid advertising rights for 3 months. Right? So it's like, it's completely unlimited. I could go off I could talk for like, clearly I'm going to be talking about it for a couple hours in the workshop, but I could talk for a very, very long time about all the different ways, all the different pivots, these kind of pivots that you can make that get the brand excited. And you won't know what to pitch them until you have these conversations with them. Have these conversations about what the brands are trying to accomplish, what their goals are. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this workshop because I think it's going to help so many people. And I know there's been a lot of chat while I've been like going off on this tangent. Yeah, we got some thumbs up emojis. Asia channel official, thanks for tuning in. That's so true. You have to be in their eyes, because if I, as a creator, talk about a brand authentically, then it fits perfectly with my page. Yeah. Like I hear this from creators a lot. It's like, oh, like there's this dream brand that I love. Like, and then they see that brand partnering with other creators. They're like, why are they partnering? That person has never even used that product. I've been using it for 3 years. Right? And they get mad about it. It's like, oh, okay, well, have you been tagging the brand? How would they know that you've been using it for 3 years? There are so many creators out there. How can they ever possibly know it's hidden in your brain or in the background of your YouTube video or something, but you've never really talked, or maybe you have talked about it in a YouTube video, but it's like buried 10 minutes into your vlog. How is the brand going to find that unless you're tagging them? Unless you're putting in your tags on YouTube, tagging them on Instagram, putting it in the title of your YouTube video. How are they going to find you and know that you're an authentic fan of their brand? Right? It's like simple stuff like that, right? Anyways, there's like so much stuff going on in the chat here. Hannah said, oh, thank you so much. You've been so helpful in this whole journey. I truly appreciate your time, your knowledge, and your great energy. Thank you so much, Hannity. I appreciate that so much. D said, I just walk away from a free giveaway because the brand was asking me to do a lot to promote for them, and I wouldn't be paid in the process. And the best part is I'm sleeping great at night knowing I didn't allow a brand to have me work for free. Boom. D, I love it. I love it. I love that. That is a shift in mindset, right? It's a shift in mindset. Ashley said, that is why you're doing all those Amazon lives this weekend. The investment will be so worth it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like, just to give you an idea of like the volume of like sales and revenue and commissions and stuff that we make just over this 4-day period, it probably will be more than the last like 6 months combined, like just in these 4 days. It's crazy, right? And similarly, like for Prime Day, like in July when we did it, the same thing. It's like these big people are looking for deals. People are like going out there, they're looking for deals, and so people are just out there to shop. So yeah, I think that's like a very, very opportune time as a creator to do these types of things. Thank you so much, Hella Base. Whoa, thanks for tuning in. My life documented. I love your passion. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to try this one. LUUU16. I'm not sure if I did that right, but thanks for tuning in. So if you're just tuning in now, my goodness, we're already 45 minutes into the live stream. I'm talking about my newest course, Gifted to Paid.com, where I can help you turn your free product opportunities, your gifted collaboration offers into paid partnerships. This is my newest course. I'm doing a 2-day workshop on December 14th and 15th. And it's going to be live over Zoom. I'm never going to be doing this course live again. By the way, those of you who've been on this live stream since the beginning, do you notice how I'm like doing the promo multiple times? That's one thing that I think you need to like learn and get more comfortable with, because I wasn't definitely not comfortable doing this. I thought, oh, okay, I'll just like talk about it once at the beginning, and then I don't want to like bother people. I'm not going to like talk about it again. No, people, like, how often do you tune into a live stream like halfway through? Like, you're not oftentimes watching from the beginning. So if you do live streams or you do things like this, you need to get comfortable with doing your pitch over and over and over. And the other thing too that was like a big unlock for me was that I have no problem doing this pitch 10, 15 times on this live stream, because I know how good it is. I know how good the workshop is going to be, right? So it's like, I have like my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. So it's like, I am going to like shout it from the rooftops. I'm going to tweet about it like 10 times a day. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to do the pitch. I'm going to say the URL of the website 15 times. Like, no matter how many times you think you're like making the ask or talking about your offer as a creator, you're not doing it enough. I guarantee you're not doing it enough. And so that's like the one of the mindset shifts you need to get past as a creator, especially if you're like, you have things that you're offering, coaching or ebooks or, courses or whatever to your audience. You have to get comfortable with making the ask, because if you don't make the ask, no one is going to take you up on your offer. They're not going to know where to get the offer. Again, I'm going to say the offer one more time. It is $300 right now, 40% off what the retail investment is going to be when the course is ultimately released. So and the price goes up and the investment goes up. Every 20 creators goes up by $50. So there's a few slots left at the $300 investment area. So if you want to grab that, definitely do. So yeah. And by the way, those of you who are tuning in, if you are not on my email list, another shameless plug here. I send out paid brand sponsorship opportunities every single week. Not only that, if you have referred my newsletter to at least one other creator, you get access to my secret brand deal research that D and Fam helps me out with, where I show you, get intel of like who is like sponsoring people in the last like 2 weeks or like month. And we tell you the probable contact at the brand, their email address, different pitching angles. Like, raise your hand in the chat if you are getting that secret brand deal research. I think only something like 30 creators, 35 creators or something have access to it right now. Because again, you unlock it if you refer at least one other creator to my newsletter. So let me know if you're getting that secret brand deal research, because I that's like one of my favorite parts of the newsletter. So super excited. Oh, by the way, speaking of Amazon Live, okay, I took a poll and I decided not to post my Amazon Live video. So I have a Amazon Live 101 video that I filmed. It's all ready to go. It's sitting on YouTube, ready to go. And I'm going to be going live with that next week. I decided not to go live this week because people are just super distracted with the holidays and all this stuff. So I was like, I don't want to get it lost in the shuffle. So on Wednesday, make sure to check out that video if you're interested in live commerce. I go through like the nuts to bolts. I talk about how to do it, how to sign up for it, kind of how April and I approach it. All that stuff. So if that's something that's interesting to you, make sure to join my email list. You can go to, let me drop the link in the chat, actually, make it easy for you, folks who are watching on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook and things like that. All that she dreamed, is it in your link? Yes, it's in my link in bio. That is my link in bio. So hey, tutor you learning, thanks for tuning in. Tutor you learning, I think you have like over 1 million on TikTok, right, if I remember correctly, or maybe even on Instagram. So thanks for tuning in. Yes. Akila says, yes, your passion is so exciting. I honestly, I appreciate that. Is like one of the best compliments I can give, because I don't know if you've ever tried like doing a live stream on your own for an hour, not talking to anyone, not doing an interview, like just, and so essentially you have to like create your own passion. You have to create your own energy. And so I'm glad that that's coming through, because it's just me. I'm just talking right now and I'm interacting with you guys in the chat and stuff like that. And Dee said, I love that the newsletter keeps me updated with current events in the creator economy. It's like a creator insider report. Boom. There we go. My purse strings. Thank you so much for making my point. Remember, I was just talking about this, guys, that lots of people tune into the live stream. They weren't here at the beginning and they have no idea what I'm talking about in the course. My pleasure, my purse strings. I'm more than happy to talk about my course. So my newest course is called Gifted to Paid, and I'm helping you translate or turn and convert your free product offers, your gifted collaboration offers from brands, into paid partnerships. It's called Gifted to Paid. So if you want to learn about it, you can go to giftedtopaid.com. And enrollment just started like 2 hours ago. It ends on Monday. So it's a very quick enrollment period. And I'm going to be hosting a live 2-day workshop on December 14th and 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern. By the way, if you are not able to make it live, you can watch the replays. So it's going to be recorded. So if you want to watch it at your leisure, that's fine. And the other thing, I didn't even mention this. Holy cow. How did I forget this part? Hold the phone, guys. If you enroll in the workshop now, you will automatically get access to all of the modules, all the pre-recorded stuff, all the worksheets, and all that stuff that will come when I officially launch the course in early next year. Which, there we go. Come on. Like this is, talk about a Black Friday deal. And it's current. Let me check to see if we're at the 20 threshold yet. No. Okay. So if $300 is the investment right now, going once, going twice, go to giftedtopaid.com. It's going to go up another $50 for the investment when we hit the next creator threshold, when the first 20 creators grab the deal. So my purse strings, does that help? I hope that's helped. Thank you so much for making my point that I was just talking about, that people jump in on live streams and have no idea what you're talking about. So you need to like say your thing over and over. Yes. All that she dreamed said, Gifted to Paid link course. DM me after this, but again, it's just giftedtopaid.com. Gifted, giftedtopaid.com. So hope to see you there. And we're almost at time, guys. Okay, so you got any burning questions about the workshop, about the course, about some negotiations that you're currently in? Hit me with it. I'm going to take a drink. And the other thing that I would mention is that about our Amazon Live that we're doing in about an hour. It's like pretty crazy, like the amount of preparation that we had to do because we are Amazon A-list creators, which means that we're kind of like the top level. And when you're an A-list creator, that means that you have to have 100% of the products that are in your carousel, right? So if you ever watched a Amazon Live video, there's a product carousel below the video, and you can click on the product and go and like purchase it, right? And so as an A-list creator on Amazon, you have to physically have 100% of the items with you on hand while you're doing the live stream. So that means we had to do a ton of preparation, purchase the items in advance. So obviously we got advanced knowledge about like what items were going to be on sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday and stuff like that. So we had to purchase the items. We had to shoot a bunch of what we do is we shoot a bunch of B-roll. So like pre-filmed footage, like, doing close-ups and like if it's clothing, trying the items on. Both April and I are trying items on and stuff like that. And then preload that all into our live streaming software and stuff. So there's like a lot of preparation that you have to do to be able to do this kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, as an A-list creator, you have to have 100% of the products on hand. And this is kind of like a new guideline for Amazon. So again, we're just trying to be nimble and do all this stuff. So it's like, it's crazy the amount of preparation that we've had to do. Actually, I'll say April. Like April, I would not be able to do it if it wasn't for April, because April, like, she has done so much B-roll, edited all the B-roll, prepared everything. So it's like I probably do 10. I do all the tech stuff, but like I probably do like 5-10% of the like all this stuff of the heavy lifting. April does so much of it. So bless her heart. Like we wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for April. So DM Fam said, "Oh, okay, A-level creator. I need to get on that level." Or A-list creator. Yeah, I didn't make up the name, D. It was them. It was them. Ashley said, "Your course has the most value of all the courses I have ever taken. If you are thinking about signing up, do it. It's the best investment you can make for yourself." Ashley, why you got to get me all up in my feels on a Friday? I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's so kind. And my purse string says, "Does it touch on growing social media? I read your description earlier." Okay, so let me help you understand like how I look at social media growth. So the course is not explicitly about growing on social media. It's not like, real strategies and like hashtag strategies and stuff like that. That's not what the course is about. The course is about converting your free product opportunities into paid partnerships. So that is the focus of the course. However, what I will say is that what I talk about in the course about learning your clarity, like learning to understand what is the clarity of your creator identity. What niche are you in? What audience are you serving? What is the composition of your audience? Those are all very, very critical things that I'm going to be talking about in the workshop that will help you attract more brands. And my thesis, and what's been proven out many times from a lot of creators that I've helped, is that the act of doing this exercise of clarifying your creator identity will help you grow on social media. Because it's instantly more obvious why a follower should decide to follow you. Because it's like, oh, my purse strings is going to help me do XYZ. I'm going to follow them. By the same token, if a brand lands on your page and says, oh, the audience composition of my purse strings is XYZ, that's exactly the type of consumer that we're trying to reach. I'm going to reach out to my purse strings. Okay. Do you understand? Like, so I want to clarify here. It's not a class about social media growth, but by virtue of doing the exercises that I'm going to be doing in the workshop, I'm all but certain that it will help you grow. So hopefully that answers your question. Nadia, thanks. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate that so much. Camden Berkland, thanks for tuning in. Oh, all that she dreams says in the chat. I have a brand that's sending me free product and doesn't do collabs on Canada due to shipping being expensive. So they cover that and we'll send the product. I negotiated deliverables, no response. LOL. So is this a US based brand and they just don't want to ship to Canada or not? Is this a brand that you reached out to, or is this a brand that reached out to you? Give me a little bit more context about the opportunity so I can understand how to give you some guidance here. Moccasin Mama said, "Yeah, I've definitely been ghosted by a brand before when trying to politely negotiate." Yeah. So I'm going to talk a lot about ghosting in the course because that is like a big frustration with a lot of creators, is that the moment, they say, "Oh, we'll give you the product for free." And then the creator says, "Oh, okay, well, the investment is going to," or, most people don't say the investment. That's something I teach, but they say, "Oh, the rate, my fee, my price, the cost or whatever is going to be this, and then the brand never responds. So yes, that can be very frustrating, but there's definitely lots of things you can do to try to salvage that, to try to rope them back in, because there's a reason they're not responding to you. You have to understand, right? They're probably get out there, getting the 20 other creators that they reached out to. Maybe 10 of them said, okay, yeah, I'll do it for free. So what can you provide to them? What is the value that you can provide to them where they go, oh, well, I know that we're like, going to get these other things for free, but look at all the things that this person is going to offer to me. We should pay them. It's like obvious to them. There's this book that I keep talking about a lot on. I've recommended it quite a few times. It's called $100 million Offers: How to Make an Offer So Good That People Feel Stupid Saying No. Right? So like that's a great book title, but it's true. Like it was transformative for me in thinking like how can you make such a compelling offer that a brand says, "Oh, I get it now. I get why we need to compensate this person." It's not just about like, showing up a photo on Instagram or whatever. No, they're going to do all these things for me, for our brand. So it's like a clear return on investment from their perspective. And don't get me wrong, there are going to be some brands who just don't get it. And like, that's fine. But those brands, you need to not get upset about. You need to push them out of your mind, make mental real estate, make space in there for the brands that are going to see your value. And yes, part of that is being able to find those brands. Okay. And we're definitely going to talk about that too. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So all the team said, yes, I reached out to them, and yes, a US brand. Okay. So first and most obvious question is, have you tried exclusively to target Canadian brands, Canadian made brands, even, for example, like ones that are manufactured in Canada or something like that? Because I have definitely heard this, like Dee is even in Canada, who has said, that she's had some issues like trying to get, partnerships and things like that in the US. Although Dee did just say in the chat that companies ship to me without any issues and I'm in Canada. So maybe it's just a matter of, finding the right brands that are, willing to do that. But that would be an approach I would potentially consider, is, trying to figure out, are there Canadian brands that, would be potentially good fits for you. And then again, it comes down to like doing this thing called value stacking, where you are giving them so much value that even the shipping costs to send the product to you, and pay you, seems like a worthwhile investment for the brand. Okay. Yeah. And DM Fam said, yes, if the brand can't do it, then maybe it's just not the right brand for you. Okay. So anyways, we are at time. Can't believe it's already at time, but just one final plug. If you're interested in taking my 2-day workshop, Gifted to Paid, it's going to be December 14th and 15th. Just go to giftedtopaid.com, and you can learn more information about there. Just shoot me an email if you have any questions. D, also, like I mentioned, let me show one more time because I didn't, those of you who didn't see this, there is a little widget in the bottom right-hand corner here that says Ask an Alumni. You can click on this. It's a video from Dee. She's, talking about, her experience working with me and the courses and things like that I've done. And you can ask her a question and she will send you a video back. She will respond to you. So this is just a fun, cool little feature that I've been using for the last little while on my courses. I love it. I think it's so cool. It's called Video Ask. So yeah, go over there, ask Dee a question. She's more than happy to answer you. Just go to giftedtopaid.com. Enrollment ends on Monday, y'all. Enrollment ends on Monday, and I'm never doing this course live again. So anyways, and last thing, like I mentioned, you will also automatically get access to all of the modules, all the worksheets, all that stuff when I officially launch the course later next year. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. And thank you so much to all of you for tuning in on a Friday, on Black Friday. You could be out there like bowling over people trying to get those deals, but you decided to show up here. And that really, really means a lot to me. So really appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.